I want to dive into some national data first before we get into solutions and otherwise. Gallup released some information recently. 69% of Americans do not have confidence in their national government. It's the worst rating of any country in the group of 7 advanced industrial democracies. The share of the public that expresses a great deal or quite a lot of confidence in the presidency is at 26%. Congress, 8%. Yes, 8%. I said 8%. The Supreme Court, 27%. The percentage expressing a great deal or quite a lot of confidence in the U.S. military has dropped 14 points from 74% to 60%. And over the past half century, confidence in public schools has plunged 36 points. It now stands at 26 points. A couple of other points I want to make. 73% of respondents in the Ipsos poll recently agreed that mainstream media is more interested in making money than telling the truth. One last point. 69% of Americans think the economy is rigged to the advantage of the rich and powerful. 64% believe traditional parties and politicians don't care about people. So the sort of takeaways here are quite grave when I look at it. The disillusionment of our institutions that are supposed to be operating for us is quite staggering. And this recent phenomena of people believing the system is rigged against them is also quite alarming. I want to move to Gen Z. We at Harvard Kennedy School at the Institute of Politics conduct a youth poll twice a year, one in the fall and one in the spring. And the questions come from young people. So when you hear some of these data points, these are young people pondering the future of the country and these issues. Of course, we have a professional pollster that works with them, John Della Volpe, and we've been doing this for over 20 years. These are the results of the last few semesters of youth polls, and I just pulled some data out of them. 52% of young Americans believe that our democracy is either in trouble or failing. Young Americans place chances they will see a civil war in their lifetime at 35%. Strengthening the economy, uniting the country, and improving health care are viewed as keys to a successful presidency in the eyes of young people. This is Gen Z, just a reminder. And then last point, by a margin of 2-1, young Americans value compromise over confrontation. I just want to highlight that for a moment, because I was talking about the common good and most importantly, political leadership. And the fact that young people, who are often viewed as quite strident in their views, are saying, we've got to find a way to compromise to make our country stronger and better. And again, this is not, and I've spent time with our young people, I've looked at the crosstabs, this is not sort of saying I'm going to sacrifice my core beliefs. This is a message to politicians and people of public life. We have to have political leaders that are willing to sacrifice and cross the aisle and work with people that don't necessarily agree with them to get to the common good for our country.